How are you all doing? We're just going to adjust that a tiny bit down. Yes, yes. How's everybody doing? Chuck, James, Real Racer, Mikey, John Tucci. Firsts of the firsts. Doing a little Corvette-ish today. NSR C7R goes like hell around my track. In a good way. Wow. It's the long can, angle winder. I'm sure there's some magnetic downforce. Standing by, Oscar Acevedo. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? Yes, nice control. Yes, this is a fantastic. This is an NSR. It's a little older car. A little older, not much older. Nothing will have changed. A whole bunch of new NSR Corvettes have arrived. And yeah, this is one of the older liveries. Let me make sure all my power is going here. All my sound is going here. Really wish the user interface here on Facebook was a little better. It isn't. Hello, Curvy Road. Yes, this car, you have excellent control over this car. There's probably a little bit of magnetic downforce, probably more than a little bit. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's definitely some, but it's a great car. Corvette C7R from NSR. Been thinking a lot about the Corvettes recently. There was a couple that just showed up. Well, there's one that just showed up from NSR. It's the Jaeger car. Well, technically two, because it comes in angle winder and sidewinder. And then there's a bunch that Scale Auto have released as well. And I think Scale Auto is going to send me some stuff. Scale Auto is sending me a track. I am not going to replace this, I don't think. So we'll have to see what happens when I get that track. How much I love it. I'm sure I'm going to like it quite a bit. How's everybody doing? What is going on, folks? Anything anyone's been working on? Any fun times you've had on the track recently? Any good projects? Let me know in the comments. Just going to do a little bit of sanding. These are just the stock rubber tires. That's how we roll around here. Literally roll. We don't have to worry about no stinking replacement tires on this track most of the time because rubber, and especially NSR rubber, works like a dream on this track. Yep. 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 You know what would make this car a little better? Maybe a slot invasion guide. Just maybe. But maybe not. But probably. Because slot invasion guides pretty much make everything better. So, what was I doing before I started goofing with the track today? I was playing with these little guys. These are 1/43rd scale. These are SCX GT3 cars. A 430, or is this a 360? This is a 360, my favorite. That's right, a 360. And a GT3 Porsche. This is the RSR. I think this is the 997. Anyway, little guys. These are 1/43rd scale. People have been asking, can you drive 1/43rd scale on 1/32nd scale track? Of course you can. Because this track especially, I mean, well, not this track especially. Carrera, you can on their large scale and their small scale track. And Scale Electric, you can too. And this car doesn't have a magnet. I took the magnet out. This car has Pro Braid on it. SCX Pro Braid. It has the stock motor, which is mild to say the least. And it's an adorable little car. This is a fantastic model. It is very smooth. If I had a little more power, I don't know. I mean, I could definitely get into trouble with it, that's for sure. Can't go flat out the entire way around the track because you will slide out. I don't know if silicones are available for this or urethanes, but probably there are. Regardless, these are the stock tires. Like I said, and they're slid out with no magnet. Stock tires with no magnet. Actually, let's get the Ferrari going around. The 360 is a personal favorite of mine. This is a car I do kind of wish we would have had more of. What new track am I getting? I am getting the brand new Scale Auto track. Scale Auto has, I think it's called Pro Track, and it's high quality stuff. Why are you saying my name? Pro Racer? I don't know. I'm just saying hi, brother. Yes, like the Polycar track around the skirt around the track. Exactly. There you go. There you go. So this is a 360 mode in a Ferrari by SCX. This is a 1/43rd scale car. And boy, is it nice. It is nice and smooth. It is reasonably fast. Wait a minute. The nose is up. Why is the nose up? Gotta flatten that nose down to get all the goodness. There we go. Hey. Goes a little better than the Porsche does. A little better in the corner. Down there. A little better in the hairpin down there. The two hairpins down there. And again, no magnet. Oh, he says, and it comes out immediately. Ah! Yeah. Cool stuff. Was I working on? Yes. Well, so here's the thing. Chuck, I had hoped to have a project with Racetrack Scenics. They haven't been talking much about doing that track for me, so I really don't know kind of where that is. Now, obviously, it's kind of late in the year for Cars and Coffee track. At some point, I hope to have a track, probably a single lane kind of a rally thing, or more like a solo one kind of a track that'll fit in the back of my car, my Fiat. And I was actually thinking about suggesting to Scale Auto that since the majority of their people are European customers, they might want to do a kind of the rally loop end that joins, like, this is a piece of Carrera track here. So if you had a loop at this end, and SCX do this, or SCX did this, and Carrera, Skelectric, I think at one point did this too. I think it maybe just SCX. They had a loop that came up and around and then joined the two ends, so it made one long one-lane track, because you had loop at one end and you had a loop at the other, and that made so it effectively doubles the amount of lap length that's there, but makes it one lane. So I had hoped that SCX would redo that at some point, although honestly, you never know. I haven't seen anything from them that makes me think that they're going to redo some of their older track pieces. I really wish they had, but they have not. I want to thank everybody that showed up today. This is just hanging out, doing some laps, goofing, talking, answering questions. Nothing specific on the agenda today. I haven't gone live, or did I go live? Yeah, I did a little live the other day. Want to start doing more lives if I can. And yeah, I will, once I get the studio done at work, I am going to do some live stuff there too, because I have a big space there. That's probably where I'm going to put up the Scale Auto track, at least initially, to do the the run on it, or the review, I should say. I will do like a taped review, but I probably will do kind of like a live reaction. Maybe I'll do a live build of the thing. Who knows? And then, you know, we'll do all this live. You know, we'll get get the opinions live about it. We'll see. We will see. There's one opinion. This car straight out of the box. Well, I took the magnet out. I did a little oil. Did I do anything else? No. This car straight out of the box is fantastic. If you don't have an NSR, what are you doing with your life? But if you don't have an NSR Corvette, I think you need one. Definitely a nice car to drive. It's very forgiving. And this, I haven't really done. There's a lot of little things that I should do to this that I haven't. It is, tires are a little probably, well, they're not. They're definitely not. Oh, wait, why is something jamming here? Oh, we got a front tire issue. Jeez, I hate to think that that's even faster after I get my mind out of the crapper and get it to work right. It feels like it's jamming up in there. Jamming up in them, our business. Let's put the Mustang on the track, shall we? Like I said, there's no there's nothing going on today, just hanging out. Boy. Man. I guess I forget how this Mustang is. Are there? Feels like there's a magnet in the damn thing. Hey, Jermaine, cool. Yeah, they both did the rally loop. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had forgotten if Scale Electric did it under their name in the UK or not, but I kind of assumed that they had. Thunderslot Mustang, no magnet, and no just stock tires. Drop this, get a little more flexy going on in the pod here. Man, what a dream this car is to drive. Has anybody out there not had a Thunderslot Mustang yet? Definitely, it's a car you want to try out. You're going to get a fast and smooth car. This car I've done pretty much nothing to except take the magnet out. I guess it came with a magnet. I mean, unfortunately, most cars do. I shouldn't say that. People get upset with me if I say things like that. Regardless, this Mustang goes like hell. It is really barely touched, frankly. And it is so smooth and so easy to drive. I put this like in the top 10% of all cars as far as smooth performance go. You know, like this car is like really, it goes at a very high level. The quality is really, really high on it. And I have no qualms at all telling you that the money is worth it for one. I don't know what they are. They're about $100, give or take, depending on the dealer. This is one of the early ones. Thunderslot sent me this directly. I did not pay for this car. However, if I wanted any other color, which I kind of don't, to be honest, because I like the traditional American racing colors, which are blue and white. Those cars, this car, this is the one that I would buy, and it's a fantastic car. And it is worth every bit of attention you give it and every bit of money you put into it, I'd say. and especially on my polycar track. You can put it anywhere you want. And again, this is 9 volts, folks. This is not super fast speed. I don't need any faster than this. I don't need any more speed than this. The track is good enough. And if you want it to fly off the track, you sure can. But boy, whew, talk about some round tires and wheels. And a really well thought through chassis. It's incredible. Who else? Marty. Hey, Marty. Cheers. Yeah, Thunderslot Mustang. It's a little lovely one. Yeah, Torque. These are good ones. I mean, you know, it's there are well documented issues with the body, right? If you're looking for a perfect example of the Mustang, I mean, this isn't it. However, I'm not like a Mustang expert. To me, it looks pretty good. Just kind of sitting here looking at it. I mean, it sits awful low on the track, but that'll forgive. I'm not like, I can't pick apart just looking at it without it something to refer to it. What might be wrong with it? I mean, as far as whatever, just enjoying on the track. Daniel Thomas, hello. Are you my neighbor, Danny Thomas? I kind of doubt it. Hey, Steve. Yeah, I love your Thunderslots. Yeah, Thunderslot cars are extraordinary. Mikey says, yeah, everybody. Hey, Moondoggy. Yeah, this is definitely one of those extraordinary cars. There is a lot you can do to these if you want to. You can just do some kind of basic tuning and enjoy as it is. There's like one side of this that's way looser than the other. Just trying to tighten that little sucker down a tiny little bit. Any projects anyone's been working on this weekend? Today is my Saturday. I worked yesterday. I shot a over in the UK. Okay, cool, Daniel, sorry. My next door neighbor is Danny Thomas. Man, if it's possible, just that tiny little bit of tunage has made it even more snappy, even more handleable. Is that a word? I don't think so. Wow. Can't say enough about this car. I did get this car directly from Thunderslot. Hello, Kevin. Kevin, I did not forget you. I still have stickers I'm going to send you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, it's the same old story. I forgot / I've been busy / health issues have not been awesome. Hey, Day Trip. Cheers. Danny is sensitive. Okay. Okay. Cheers, Daniel. Yeah. So, what has piqued my interest in the news recently? Well, there've been an awful lot of cars that are just kind of now starting to show up. You know, it's the end of the year. The Momo 962 just got released from Slot It. I do hope Google Slots is down. Okay. Don't know, Uncle. I don't order from them. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm gonna get a sample of the 962 the Momo car. And what's that? Someone's making noise on Instagram. And what else just got released? The Oh, the Stars and Stripes McLaren, that really gorgeous. I think it's a Laguna Seca car from Slotted. That just got released. That's absolutely stunning looking car. Um, I'd be interested to hear how well that sells overseas. Usually, like American theme cars like that. There was years ago there was a 956 Porsche that had the American flag the whole way up it, and they could not sell that thing in Spain to the point where Crick Crack broke down tons and tons of those cars and just broke them all apart for pieces. I don't mean break them. I mean like took them apart for pieces, and they had a whole rack of that body because they couldn't sell the Stars and Stripes. It was a 956, I think. Yeah, it was a 956. And they had a whole bunch of them, and I should have bought a bunch of them because it's one of the few I don't have from the early series of cars. And that car sold really, really poorly overseas. So I'm wondering kind of how those are going to sell. The McLaren's going to sell overseas. Yeah. Yeah, the McLaren looks absolutely freaking amazing. What else is going on? Let's stick the lights back down here. I got a strip of lights. Oh, you can see at the bottom, yeah. I got a strip of lights that I'm kind of using as a side light here. There you go. See my arm there. Anyway. Oh, one thing that's probably coming from Scale Auto, Yvonne said that he's going to send me, I think, well, I asked for a bunch of cars. He said, hey, what do you want? And I said, okay, well, you asked, I'm telling you. And a couple new NSXs are coming. Some of the club releases of the NSX. Where's the NSX? Here's the NSX. The Scale Auto NSX. One of my favorite recent releases of car. I really love, I mean, I do love me some JDM cars. Obviously, this car, hey, Sean. Hey, Shane. Hey, Slot Car 2021. Cheers. How many people we got in here? 46 people. Thanks very much, folks. Give the stream a thumbs up, please, if you would. I'd very much appreciate it. Yeah, so the NSX club car, the cars that are like the NSXs with like a white and red or a white and silver or white and blue or orange and silver, they had just gotten releases. Hey, Patrick, cheers. Good to be seen. I appreciate it. I'm not feeling I'm feeling pretty good today, actually, thankfully. NSX feels good. Does feel like it's a little sleepery. I'll wake these tires up with a little speed spit here, just to kind of get the dirt off. It's NSR rubber. Yep. The NSR 21 by 10, I think, tires on this car. That's like the stock rubber that works for most of the kind of Euro GT cars. So like the NSX, Lamborghini, the Viper, all will use from Scale Auto. All will use that same kind of, I guess I call it the generic tire, and that's the stock tire that comes on the McLaren, which we all know is just dumb fast. One of my favorite cars, recent release cars. But if you look on the NSR website, that you can see the parts for everything on the NSR cars, and you can see the tire part numbers and stuff like that. And those are the tires that you want to get. Order a bunch of those extras, guys, because you're going to be able to use those on so many things, and especially on high grip track like Polycar, like this, or even Ninco if you got Ninco, and then kind of medium grip track like Carrera, or I don't know how well it works on lower grip track like Scalextric, but It'll work okay. That's for sure. I mean, on my track, NSR rubber is the only thing to use. I shouldn't say that. It's the best thing. Should I say that? Best? Yes, it is the best. It feels like it's the best. And that's all anecdotal. As you know, much to the disgust of many, many people, I don't have any lap timing on my track yet. I will at some point. But I don't really feel the need because speed is relative. And I can definitely feel when a car is hooked up going around the track, if it's going, you know, if I can push it a little more, I can definitely feel what fast is and where, you know, there's a little bit you can get extra out of a car. So I don't really think I need timing, but I know there's a lot of people pretty annoyed with me and I don't have timing set up on the track. But whatever. I have people annoyed with me all the time. That's how life works, especially with me. Yeah, so there's a bunch of Scale Auto stuff. It's going to be showing up soon. What also released? Yeah, so October 31st, there's the Lola from Watkins Glen from Slotted that's going to release, as well as the two other Slotteds that I just talked about. And there's some NSR cars that are going to release. I did just I do the newsletter for LEB. If you all should subscribe to the newsletter for LEB. I try to get some, you know, the recent releases in there, and frankly, most of you all probably have dealt with LEB or might deal with the LEB. Okay, slot car. Yeah, he said NSR rubber is good. Most conditioned tires are fine. Okay, cool. Hello, Tim Burnett. Doesn't translate in the video. They're all look like they're running in the same. Okay, that's fair, Marty. That's fair. That timing would be better. That's absolutely fair. I totally agree with that. Also, though, it is like kind of my feeling about the car because yes, but yeah, that's definitely fair. You're completely right about that. That it would be a way of people knowing for sure if something was actually faster or not actually fast. Totally. Let's do some Viperage, shall we? Let's see how the tires are feeling today. A little slippery. Yeah, I gotta. Well, this is a nice, quiet car, though. Holy crap. Nice and smooth. Don't mess with Texas Viper Exchange car. Again, Scale Auto. Comparable with a Slotted, comparable with an NSR, comparable with a Thunderslot, comparable with just so much. If you don't have any Scale Autos, you need to try them out. There we go. A little better. The Viper is a lot of fun to drive, though, regardless of whether the tires are not sticky yet or not, or my track maybe is a little dirty still. I am hopeful that what else? Oh, we did see some neat Avant stuff that's coming. I mean, aside from where'd she go? The Avant. There we go. This little guy. The 200SX. This thing says 240. Well, you know, in street trim it was a 200. Anyway, this little guy. It just this is a lot of fun. Even though it's a rally car, yeah, I know. But there's some cool Avant stuff coming. More VWs coming soon, and more BMW 2002s, more BMW M6s or 6 Series. and those are fun cars to tune. You should expect to tune those cars, definitely. But this is a hobby. You should expect to tune any car, frankly. If you got cars you don't expect to tune, that's on you. All of these cars are tuner cars. These cars are cars that you're supposed to tune, not that are supposed to run perfectly out of the box. However, something that did run perfectly out of the box was this guy. Another Scale Auto. These Formula Ones, I really love them. Oh, crack. Crack. It just hit the side of the thing. No big deal. No. Still have a magnet in it. Pink pig. Does still have a magnet. Oh, let's get this. Drive this car a little bit. I still need to do a little bit of tuning on this one. Revo Supra, the pink one. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, guys. I think maybe because I'm off today and tomorrow, if I feel up to it tomorrow, which is always a question because of the condition I have, the autoimmune nonsense. I'm hopeful maybe to start working on my cleaning off the wood track. I know I've been promising for a while, but just it's tough. It really is. It really is. Wish you could change. You could easily change. So SCX cars are nice cars. The bodies are really good. The running gear, the way that they do the power delivery system, I think is probably not the best, to put it mildly. They don't make the Pro cars anymore. The Pro cars were a car system that were based on a wire lead coming off of the guide, rather than the pressure connection. And the pressure connection is not the best. The motors are good. The motors are now the FR42. It's basically a Scalextric motor with a different connection on the front. I don't think I have any of those here. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. These are the older SCXs, and I do not have. No. Anyway, yeah. So I do think SCX makes some beautiful bodies. Their molds are really high quality. For the body anyway, and their finish is really, really nice. So yeah. Mikey, not necessarily. The track that I'm getting from Scale Auto, I'm not sure exactly what I'm getting. I got a whole bunch of part numbers, and frankly, I don't know what any of them mean. I haven't looked them up. I haven't been sent the track yet. It's coming from Spain, not China. So I don't know when it's going to be shipped. And I have to go down to Philadelphia to pick it up, or Philadelphia area where LEB is, because I don't want LEB to have to ship it to me. I don't want to pay for shipping. And frankly, I'd rather pay, $20 for gas and lunch, or just gas, to be honest, to go down to LEB and pick it up from them, rather than have them ship it and have it be like over $100 to ship. It sounds like it's, I mean, it looks like it's a lot of part numbers. I didn't count. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to be doing with that track, to be honest. I am going to put it up. Like I said, oh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, man. I am going to put it up at the space that I have at work, in our studio at work, since I've officially been given permission to go ahead that on the weekends when I'm, when I'm there by myself and, there's no, well, on the weekends, the general manager doesn't care. He's like, yeah, sure. No problem. Just, take it down before you leave. And so what I'm going to do is I'll probably do a build video. I'm going to get actually I got a table or two here that I'm going to take to work, fold out plastic tables. And I'm going to get at least another one or two that I'm going to take to work. And I'm going to take a nice tablecloth and I'm just going to leave all that there. This is probably too much information, but anyway, we got plenty of time to talk. So I'm probably going to I'll do a build of that if I can. I should be able to, because in the studio there, I believe I have several Ethernet connections, internet connections plug in, and I'll have great light and I'll have good space. So I'll open up the boxes, give you my first impressions. You all can see kind of what the track is all about. I believe it's fairly high grip. I believe it's something close to the Polycar, which I've kind of put it the highest. I know Ninco track is also very high, but I mean, Ninco track new is kind of hard to get. I believe Professor Motor is the distributor for it. But like, as far as like current brand new track, I'd put this at the top if I had to rank it, which I mean, frankly, is pointless. But I do believe that the Scale Auto stuff is also quite grippy. How will it fit into my 500? I mean, it just boxes a track. It'll fit in the Fiat, no problem. I can fold the back seats down in the Fiat, and I mean, I fit tons of camera gear in there every day because I'm a professional photographer and videographer, and I'll be able to fit tons of boxes in there. You fold the seats down, and the space behind the front seats is huge. Then, it's just if it's a two-seater. I thought about taking the back seats entirely out. Just be kind of pointless. There's no one ever in the back seat because the back seat's essentially useless in a Fiat 500, because when you put the back seat back, there's like this much leg room, literally, which even for me, the tables fold in half. So I have it's like a, I don't know what it is. It's like a 3-foot wide table, maybe by 6 feet. So it folds up. It's a square little it folds up pretty easily. And it will fit in the back of the Fiat. Again, with the seats folded down and the tables folded in half. These are not like, 8-foot long straight tables that don't fold. These would be kind of like event tables. Hey, Daryl, cheers. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they fold. No, big tables obviously not going to fit in the Fiat. Of course, you're totally right about that. Yeah, guys. So anyway, so that's kind of the plan with that track. And I mean, I do love this track, and I don't see the real need to take it apart. I don't know. I will have two tracks then for sure, because this track, there'll be a track here almost definitely this will stay. And then the wood track, which is back here, but still covered up and frankly still a mess. Yes, still a mess. Still a mess. Oh, the RevoSlot Corvette. Did anybody get the RevoSlot Corvette? I haven't gotten a sample. I did ask for one. I'm not sure if I'm going to get one. That's okay. do love this car. You know, this car might need a little bit of oil on there. I know if John Albright's here, he definitely got his Corvette. He got several. They look like beautiful cars. You love it. Hey, cool, John. Cool. Yeah, I mean, they look really nice. The RevoSlot stuff, man, I really do wish. I know Revo makes a bunch of cars. I really want Revo to make a 360 Modena Ferrari. That would be cool. It's kind of around the same vintage as the C5. Well, it is the same vintage as the C5 Corvette. And it would be awesome to see them do the 360 Ferrari. Personal favorite of mine. I know probably a lot of folks don't like, you know, it's kind of a, I don't know, a little shoeboxy, but I love the thing. It's one of my favorites. And there was a million liveries of it. Oh. Man, really lose yourself driving some cars that you enjoy. And these RevoSlots, they just, God, they do anything that's bad? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Their stuff is just like all great. It's like all freaking awesome. Hey, Kevin. I mean, yeah, when Scale Auto do that car, for sure, if they're willing to send me samples, 10,000%. Yes. 1,000 times yes. Those, the 510s, I mean, everyone's been dying for 510s, right? This is the F40, the Revo F40. Definitely feels like it's a little more stable than the Supra. Hey, John, cheers. Look at you. We're talking about a lot of stuff today. Just kind of goofing, talking about this or that, these and those, these and dems, whatever we feel like talking about. What else do we want to do here? Let's put some tires back on this guy, shall we? NSR, yes. Let's put some tires back on the McLaren here, the test McLaren. Test car. Yeah. John, how you liking your how you liking the Corvettes from Revo? I think we need a Ferrari from Revo. We need a 360 Modena Ferrari from Revo. I think we do. Hey, there we are. This car, Okay. So these McLarens are probably my top 5 picks for most highly recommended, especially if you're just getting into the hobby, because there's a ton of liveries of this car. This car is so easy to drive. It's got to be, this has no magnet, if I'm right. Yeah, there's no magnet in this thing. I've done basically nothing to it. I've done a little bit of oil on it. That's about it. And this is just about the easiest car to drive that you can drive. There's a huge field of these. If you want to start a club series with your club, if you're in a club, the wing on the back has a lot of nice flexi to it, so you really can't break it easily. And boy, if there is a car, Goo site, Goo, everyone's talking about Goo. I don't know them. Okay. You need a Panos. Yeah, okay. We could, yeah, Panos would be all right. But, I mean, I think we need a 360. Okay. All right, guys. We spamming Google here? Because I'm going to take a dim view if this is just some spam going on here. Just got your first RevoSlot. Fantastic, fantastic quality. Yeah, for sure. Probably my most highly recommended car is the McLaren, just because it's so easy to drive. And especially because this channel really is, I mean, I'm a hobbyist, but this is probably more, I get more people that are new because I do the news. So for sure, I mean, there's just, this car's, I just came off, but still, this car is easily one of the most easy to drive slot cars there is, without a magnet, for sure. It just goes. And it's very forgiving. And if you don't have any NSRs, and you're in the slot hobby, you should. There's a whole ecosystem of parts that are excellent quality parts. Yeah, I'm just giving it a little too much beans around the corner down here. But this car is definitely probably isn't my number 1 pick. I think it might be for the best car to start with if you're going to the hobbyist brand. If you're just getting into the hobby, stick with Scalextric, stick with Carrera, because those cars are 90% of the time just fine right out of the box for you to play with, for you to get the feel for slot car racing, for slot car driving. Or if you want to take up the next level to the next step and go with something that's a little faster, it's definitely a little more at the hobby end of things, for sure. I don't want to see them do Group C. Group C is just, it's been around for so long. I mean, I respect your opinion, Marty. I don't think we need more Group C. It has, quite frankly, been done to death. Well, look, I mean, Scalextric stuff is great to start with. If this is not a place to start, you know, this is not for the beginner person to start with. I would not encourage someone. Hey, Barry Racing Club. I would not encourage somebody who makes this McLaren. This is an NSR. This is an NSR. They come in a number of, these are what they're called, the test liveries. I mean, they were not really test cars. I consider them kind of like club colors, because there was a white one, or a yellow one, a red one, and this one. And then there's been a number of painted ones with liveries on them, and they are just brutally fast, as well as great performing, very easy to drive cars. That's a hard line to walk, and they walk it well. It's fantastic stuff. So, hello, John Grizzle. Cheers, man. Although not as much as in the angle liner. Yeah, exactly. So there's a tiny bit, John. I mean, John's a hardcore racer. John's a great guy. He's one of the guys from Atlanta that always went over and did well in the Ninco races. He's a good guy. Polycar is a great track to start with. Yes, absolutely, it is a great track to start with. I mean, you can get a nice Polycar track for not a lot of money, and I personally think it is the best track to start with. There are a few dealers in the U.S. that have it, and I would encourage folks to check out their track, their starter track with the Subaru BRZs in it. They're great little cars, good for kids. The track is awesome, goes together really, really well, and it is a great thing to start with. I will be taking my Blackie Cat. What is the fastest factory-made car you can buy? A Bugatti Veyron, Koenigsegg 1-to-1. Fast is relative, brother. We don't really care. I mean, I personally don't really care about the fastest car you can get out of the box, the fastest slot car, because that's all relative, and I think it's frankly the wrong way to look at it. A good car that's worth the money, that you can drive well and fast, is how I look at it. And like I've been saying on and on and on, this is probably the McLaren from NSR is probably my top pick for if you're looking for a car that's just going to be crazy fast. Blackie, this is one of the ones. Well, yeah, we're Track Fans TV. We can take or leave him around these parts. He was extremely rude to me on one of his streams, so no thank you. Anyway, yeah, so that would be my pick for a car for to start with if you're kind of looking for the next level of performance past just kind of the basic beginner level of a slot car. So, and definitely the Polycar track is probably the best place to start. I will be taking, I got 2 Scalextric sets that I'm going to be taking to work that I'm also going to be putting up and doing reviews on fairly soon as well. That are, excuse me again. Yeah, that are, one of them is the new World GT Arc Pro set, and one of them is the James Bond set with the 2 Bond cars. Those will be 2 sets that I also do reviews on, or builds. I guess you'd call them reviews. Revo Can-Ams. Revo Can-Ams would be cool. Revo Group 5. I mean, they kind of already do. Well, no, they don't do Group 5s, but yeah. Revo Beetles. Yes. Yes, please. Revo Beetles would be fantastic. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's get the Revo Escort out here. What tires did I put on this little guy? I don't even remember now. These look like stock tires. Yeah, this one's a little noisy still. But it goes really, really well. I really do like this little car. Mini lights, my favorite mini lights. Everybody likes mini lights. Well, I like mini lights. Car goes really nicely around here. Yeah, I guess the thing that really caught my eye recently in the news was the, well, the news, the releases of the C5s from Revo. It seems like everybody else was happy to see those as well, because there was a lot of folks talking about those when they started to get them late last week. Beautiful, beautiful cars. A little plug for LED. That's where I got, frankly, a lot of my cars. Certainly the Revo cars. Yeah, these are the stock rubber tires, I think, on here. Oh, man, it is dumping outside. Yes, it is. Hey, talking utter slot. Late to the party, blame the clock, time change. Did you all change your clocks this weekend, brother? Really? That's too bad. I don't know when we do it. I think maybe next weekend. Yeah, I can't remember. I think, yeah, beginning of November, maybe. Speaking of which, talking utter slot, maybe we should do a live stream tomorrow, next weekend. Thank you, Marty. I will be off tomorrow, and we've been talking about this is Scott Brownlee, the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Brownlee, from Talking Utter Slot. Everyone, by the way, should be subscribing to Talking Utter Slot here on YouTube. He does long form podcast video, and he's funny and he's insightful, and he's a good guy, and he knows his shit. He knows his shit, unlike a lot of streamers out there. Revo Escort. Man. And this car, I had changed the gear and done a little bit of adjustment. And boy, this thing is nice and quiet now. Nice and smooth. I just loosened up the pod a tiny little bit. There's like side parts on the pod. And you get a little bit of nice sidey to sidey float on there. It's awesome stuff. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Patriot. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Hello, Hyrian. What did you miss in the stream? I mean, we're just kind of BSing around today. We're not doing much of anything specific. Just chatting, just enjoying hanging out together, talking utter shite. Or, I mean, we're talking utter slot. Whoa! The snap. The NSR McLaren snaps off the track. Boy, this thing is easy to drive. NSR F1. Mid-80s. There is a whole bunch of these that have been released. And boy, are they nice and quick. There's a little thumping going on here. And I mean a little thumping, not thumping something like Mike Tyson might say. I could probably just tighten it, a little thing up here and there. Dave Slaughter, is he here? Hey, Dave. Cheers, Slaughter. Yes, Dave is here. Very cool. That's awesome. Everybody should be following Dave, too. Dave does some nice stuff. He does a lot of very technical reviews and things. And he seems like a good guy. Maybe I'm hoping that I go to England next year for for Slotfest. And I'm hoping I get to meet him because he seems like an awesome guy. Slot car dude. Rob Sale. Boy, a lot of folks showing up now. 71 people. Holy cannolis. Please give the stream a thumbs up if you are so moved. I would appreciate it if you were. Hello, Stuart. You met me last time. Did we meet? Oh, I'm terrible about my memory is complete shit. Nobody knew who you were then. Well, I mean, we're going to have to make sure they know next time, right? Hey, I loosened up the back end on this car, and boy, it's picked up a little bit. But around my the barrels down here, it is a handful because it's hitting the tires. It is hitting the tires. I'm going to watch the F1 race on a replay tonight. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll have time tomorrow. Scott Brownlee, after I get off the stream today, we'll set up a time tomorrow that we can hopefully do a live stream. How's that sound, man? Just checking my battery power here. And unless I wake up and feel absolutely awful tomorrow, which hopefully I won't, I'll have some amount of energy. Probably in the morning would be better. After I drop my son off at school. Because in the afternoon, sometimes my energy level goes down a lot. I have an autoimmune condition. And frankly, it is a struggle sometimes to stay awake in the afternoons, unfortunately. So, I don't know. Anyway. A lot of magnetic downforce on the sideways Lamborghini here. Oh, GTE Ford also coming from sideways. Beautiful looking car. Their wings are a little difficult because you got to kind of glue them together. I guess they really want to do a very, highly detailed, highly accurate wing, which makes them pretty brittle. But they are beautiful cars. This car is nice and fast. This has NSR rubber and a lot of magnetic downforce. Yes. A lot of downforce. Oh, boy. Shotgun Dave. Taking your NASCAR nap. That I can appreciate. Thank you, Dave Slaughter. I don't know about find a suitable t-shirt. Scott, okay, cheers. I will be wearing my Slot Car News t-shirt. I don't know about when those Beetle buses are coming. I did just get some samples. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. Oh, here's the autoimmune kicking in. My eyelids droop. I get really tired. A lot of fun. I don't know when those Beetle buses are showing up. I would assume they would be very late this year, meaning like December this year, not that they are late. I don't know. You know what I mean. Or early next year. probably early next year, because I haven't seen, really any photos of them being posted by the social media team. I mean, it's November now, basically. So even if they were released, available, as they call it, X factory in Hong Kong, that they would take 6 weeks to get to the US. So you're already looking at, if something was released tomorrow on Monday, it would be mid-December by the time it gets here. You understand? So it's 6 weeks shipping time. I haven't seen anything about when they have been released or will be released. So because they haven't said, I'm assuming it's going to be, first or second quarter next year, probably. Yeah, that's all I should probably say. Because frankly, it's a guess. But I highly doubt that they're coming this year, because like I said, unless they're on a boat now, it's going to be mid-December. Because usually you get a sneak peek on their social media. And Carrera is pretty good about that, about showing us kind of what they're up to and what's, kind of coming. And hopefully soon. That's all I got. So Leslie, we put varnish on them if you want them to just barely touch the track, so they're not, you with scale racing, folks like myself, we like tires to touch the track, barely, just barely. And if they are touching just barely, it doesn't hurt if they're varnished, because that makes them harder and they'll rotate. They won't grip at all then. That's why. Reduction in friction, exactly. Chuck, that's what I meant to say. But you said it much more succinctly than me. Because I tend to blah, 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 blah. Uh-oh. Something going on there from some spamming, John. Appreciate it. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Well, I do think that about does it. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. I really appreciate the likes and the comments. It means a tremendous amount to me. Yeah, enough. Too much Google. Exactly. I think they're just kind of spamming, and they might just be spam bots or someone coming on with some nonsense in their hearts, which we frankly don't need around these parts. I got my own nonsense in spades. I got enough nonsense for everybody here. Thanks, guys. It means a lot. I do intend to do another video or two this week. I'll probably do another open box or two this week, or open car or two this week. Seems like I've been definitely getting some good traction on those videos, and I might do a little kind of brief overview of kind of the SCX, kind of like how I tune the front, the power connection system, or just something else that I feel like talking about. Oh, sorry. I may need to take a nap soon. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate everybody showing up. Thanks for the likes, the shares, the comments. And there we are. Slot Car News live stream for this week.